Forever. Dog.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Lorelei.
And I'm Patti.
And this is
A Woman's Smile, a lighthearted podcast.
With
Again, Patti.
and Lorelei. Sorry, I just love hearing my own name.
I know, it's really beautiful, Lorelei.
Lorelei.
That's spelled Lorelei. And my name is spelled Patti, not with a Y.
Oh, Patti.
We have a really, really cool show for you today. We are actually, taking a little break from our normal format, and we're presenting to you
Something very special.
6 amazing stories.
By amazing people.
Just like you.
Just like me.
Just like
Us. These people have gone through the everyday challenges of life, and some in very sticky situations, and have come out being victorious.
Coming out on top through adversity, through pain, and ultimately through triumph.
6 amazing stories here today that we will listen to. I hope you're strapped in because it's going to be very interesting.
And a wild ride.
That's right, Patti. Let's get into it.
I didn't think that it was going to happen that way. I thought that I would have more time, I guess. I thought it was going to be more romantic. Monica was 13 years old when she was attacked by a 14-foot-long tiger shark at her high school. It just came through the window, flew through the window, 45 miles an hour, hit me, this 14-foot-long tiger shark. I was scared. I was at the time taking a trig test, and I remember I was so nervous because I didn't study well enough and I didn't know the formulas that I needed. And I even told my mom that year, I was like, I am not, at this level. I should be in like algebra 2. And she said, no, you should be in trig. And I said, please, Mom, let me take algebra 2. And she's like, I'm not going to let some R word be my child. And I told my mom, that is not okay for you to say to me. The 14-foot-long tiger shark was apparently being delivered in an airplane. It was being relocated after a series of attacks off of the coast of Hawaii at a meat packing company. They were dumping meat into the bay. Many people swimming there were getting attacked because the blood was attracting the sharks. Yeah, we just didn't know at the time that there were tiger sharks in that area. We know that tiger sharks are indigenous to the waters of Hawaii, but we'd never seen one historically in the bay. Mark Allen is a worker at the meatpacking factory where the meat was being dumped. Yeah, we had to relocate the shark, so we put it on an airplane, we flew it. I guess at some point it fell out of the airplane, flew through this window, and hit this teenage girl while she was taking, I think, a trig test. It was the scariest moment of my life. It took both my arms, both my legs, and a lot of my enthusiasm for trig. I noticed after the attack, her grades began to drop. She had lost her enthusiasm for trig. Mary Ann Allen is a teacher at her high school, where she said that her enthusiasm about trig went down too. When you see a child lose enthusiasm for trig, you also lose enthusiasm for trig. And man, it really scared me so much to see that shark fly through the window about 45 miles an hour, attack one of my students.
Wow.
An incredible story.
And let's keep it moving. Our next story was a little boy named Jeremy Piven.
My name's Jeremy, and I love to read.
Jeremy's not your average boy. Jeremy likes to read. And when he reads, he does it with his whole body. Jeremy, puts his dick in books. And I can't do anything to stop him.
I'm I'm just a boy that loves to read. And whoever has a problem with it, well, they can bring it up with my parents.
Jeremy's in school right now, and a lot of the teachers are really talking about what he's doing in a negative sense. But Jeremy is fighting back with a group of kids who also like to do the same thing, such as Samantha Piven, who's not related to him, but is a girl in his class.
I like that Jeremy is doing this because I was looking out.
Jeremy and Samantha have been going hard at expressing themselves in school. If kids can't express themselves now, when will they be able to? Jeremy has a problem, and I don't know what I can do about it, so I just decide to celebrate it. Because when you celebrate a child's problems, they turn into something good, I think. It happened to me. I used to hide in the bushes when I was younger and pop out at kids my age, and I would put my fist in their mouth and just kind of wrap my body around them like a barracuda. And, you know, that was my little quirk. And Jeremy, I guess, is just like me in that way. And I accept him for who he is.
I think that one day people will really see that the body is not something to be scared about, and that we can laugh at this. And most importantly, I'm learning. And if you're gonna stop me from learning, this might as well be the Middle East.
Wow, an incredible story from an amazing boy.
Wow, that is just amazing. And if you like what Jeremy is standing up for, he does have a GoFundMe, so just find it at gofundme.com/America is not the Middle East.
Okay, and great. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more amazing stories. Hard day at work? Need a minute to yourself? Try Minity, a new meditation app that lets you take a minute for yourself. I used to be so stressed at work, but after I downloaded Minity and started using it on my lunch break, I have a nice little moment to reset during the day. Now available on the app marketplace. Get 30% off with promo code RAPEAPOLOGIST. That's RAPEAPOLOGIST. Start your journey to Zen today.
A tiger, a floating face, and a big-breasted teenager. Gigi Hubert takes us on a sexual journey yet again. Read about graphic sexual tales of a minor in the safety of your own home with Nobody Knows How We Got Here. A new novel by Gigi Hubert. No discount at this time, but eventually there will be.
And we're back with more amazing stories from people just like you. Yeah, I never knew this business was going to just pop off, and I'm very happy that it happened that way. I am kind of overwhelmed with how many orders we're getting, but I think it's going to be good.
Can you tell me a little bit about your job?
I actually sell a lot of clothes. I sell clothes to people, and then when they buy the clothes, I make money.
This is Derek. His job is selling clothes to people.
Everyone told me that it wouldn't work. I was living in my van, and people were talking about me, saying bad things to me. I had to cut off all my ties and live in my van. But once I started selling clothes, it really took off. Surprised me even. Surprised my family too.
Derek's making a lot of money selling clothes. It's a thing that no one has ever done in his neighborhood.
My story is really amazing and unique because I'm amazing and unique. I'm 13 years old, but I look 40.
Derek suffers from a rare disease that makes him look older than he really is. But because of that, he can also date older women. Derek is married to a 45-year-old woman named Denise.
She doesn't know that I'm 13, and I think in a way it is a breach of trust.
but I'm having a lot of fun. And also, when I have a disease, I say that I only drink pop, and drinking pop makes me look this old.
Derek, can I ask you, have you ever had sex before Denise?
Before Denise?
Yeah.
Every day of my life.
So you are sexually experienced.
Give me a kiss.
Derek, please stop. Derek is a sexually adventurous 13-year-old that does look 40, so you do have to be careful when you're around him, especially if you look like a woman. He is very, very attracted to women. Isn't that right, Derek?
Yeah, when I get around a woman, I can't help myself. I move up on them. I grab them by their boobies.
This is what makes Derek such a good salesman. He knows how to get women flattered. He sells a lot of women's clothing.
When I first met Derek, I saw his clothes on a rack on the sidewalk, and everything was just so bright, cool patterns and stuff.
Girl, you talking about Derek?
I'm talking about Derek and his amazing clothes.
I love Derek. Can I get in on this too? I love Derek.
Why do you love Derek? I love him because of his amazing clothes, and the cuts are perfect.
Me too. And I love it when he puts the clothes on you, and not a lot of people do, like just to see if it fits with your body. So he's like, it's like a nice little touch.
It was really amazing. He insisted on watching me change and having sex with me between trying on the clothes, and I loved every bit of it. His cock is throbby, big, rolly around inside me, squishy up in my guts, cummy, squirt me good, make me scream in pleasure.
And that's the story of Derek. If you want to find out more about Derek, just look online at retailstore.com.
And now for another story by an amazing storyteller.
I went to this place thinking that I could get the help I needed. But what happened was something I wasn't expecting. This is Samantha. Samantha believed in God up until a certain point where she actually saw God.
She was hysterical that day. I remember she came in and she swung open the door. She's screaming. She said, "Sister Ellen, come here, I must tell you this." And I said, "What has gotten into her?"
And Sister Ellen, what did you do when you saw her that way?
I've only seen girls like that a couple times, and it's usually when they see something divine.
I was in my room and I was praying, and a big white light came through my room, and the shape was long, to say the least. And all of a sudden, I was on my floor, my legs wide open, letting a divine light in. I don't know how to describe the feeling except really good, but also really bad.
She came in, she said, the light, it came into me. And I said, "Child, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. That means everything is going just as planned. He's seeing you." It's very rare people have a one-on-one moment with God.
After that incident, things didn't go so well. She lost faith, lost community, lost everything. I just started living in a tree, because that's what he told me to do after the incident. He said that if you go live in a tree, we can do it again. And I really wanted to do it again.
I told Sister Ellen it sounded like she had just fucked a sunbeam. It sounded like the girl had just fucked a sunbeam. And Sister Ellen said, "Can you please stop saying fuck in my office?" And I said, "No, bitch." And I showed her my big old ass and balls.
Now, this wasn't the only time someone in this community has been fucked by a sunbeam. There had been various accounts, such as Joshua Levin.
"I've been fucked by a sunbeam. I told her. I know it's the truth because I was fucked by a sunbeam." Sister Ellen said, Put your big ass and those balls away, swinging to the floor, slapping your knees. That's so crazy. Go to a hospital.
Now, Joshua, can you tell me, what do you think the difference is? Because you have been fucked both by God and a sunbeam. So what do you think the difference is between both, sexual experiences?
Sunbeams are more generous when it comes to the attention paid to my clit.
You have a clit.
It's huge, and I got balls.
Great.
And when I say balls, I mean it metaphorically. I mean I have the wherewithal and gumption to say how I feel, do what I love, and pull down my pants and show you my old ass.
Jonathan is braver than most, but not as brave as a woman living in a tree because she was fucked by a sunbeam.
I don't know. I do think the girl saw God. I think she had contact with God. I don't think it was a sunbeam.
Why do you think that?
Because there's something about that girl that is just so wholesome, so warm. She is unlike anyone that I've met, and she really she puts in the time at the church, unlike any other person that I've seen.
The woman that we are talking about can no longer comment on her experience because when she was living in the tree, she became part of it. Some people think maybe she did get fucked by God, but other people still think it may have been a sunbeam, and the sun may have melted her into that tree. Wow. That
Incredible.
What a heartfelt story.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our final two stories. An act of violence, a quest for revenge, a woman scorned. This summer, Lars von Trier brings you his latest in a 3-part series, Racist Rape Movie, starring Selena Gomez as evil slut with gorgeous boobs who is depressed, and Charlotte Gainsbourg as Chucky the doll. July 18th.
Do you love waiting in line? A lot of Americans do. That's why we here at A Woman Smile support the U.S. Army. Lots of lines, lots of action. Get a 10% discount on your first Army uniform after signing up at goarmy.com with your discount code GUN.
We've heard a lot of incredible stories today, and there are still more to come.
There's a lot more to come. We have 2 more stories, but
we're a little short for time.
So
we're going to go ahead and play both of those stories at the same time right now.
We hope you enjoy it. People don't like me.
Hate
and
when I've
never liked people either.
Hear him talk.
This is Samantha. Samantha
so
knows nothing about
business,
anything,
and I don't need a relationship with my dad.
She knows that people don't like her. When
well, she never wanted a relationship with me. I never wanted a relationship with her. I didn't even know she was my daughter for a long time.
That bitch is a bitch.
This is
I don't deal with bitches.
Michael and Gina are father and daughter.
I never thought anyone liked me, and I was right about that.
Yeah,
and
I guess
it's
you could say
something that
we own a boat
I
together.
think it's like an intuition I have.
Yeah, me and my dad went in on a timeshare on a boat.
Unfortunately, for girls
really
like
destroyed
this
our
at a
relationship.
school like this,
Gina and Michael
being
say
liked
that
is very
owning a boat
important
together
in order to get
push them
grades.
further apart
If you're
than
not
ever.
liked, then you might as well fuck
he just
off.
doesn't know how to steer it. My dad doesn't know how to steer
I
a
saw
boat.
her from
He doesn't
like a
care.
mile away.
He is
and I
also
knew that
always
I
up in my
wanted to have
business.
sex with her.
One time
and that
he
if I
curled my
had
hair
sex with her
while I was asleep.
She could be popular.
She's always
and then,
making
like,
up lies
she
about
could,
me
like,
curling her hair when she's asleep
not
on
be
the
picked
boat.
on anyone because
I never
she's a
did
bitch.
that.
And I
She
really
has no
like
idea
fucking
how
bitches.
money works. She has no idea
This is Bob.
how a father-daughter
Bob loves
relationship
fucking
works.
bitches.
She just
And by
wants
fucking
the boat
bitches
to herself.
in school, he allows them to become
Tensions
popular
over the boat
and hang out with the
escalated
popular
as
kids,
Michael and Gina
thus allowing them to
began
get into
physically
college.
fight.
I knew that
First time I
had
hit
a
my
gift
dad, he was
of
driving the
fucking
boat. He was
right
steering
when
it
I
all
was
jerky. It was
born.
making me sick. So I said,
And
hey, you
I
old
knew
piece of
that
shit,
I could help
stop steering the
this
boat like
girl
that.
out
And I hit him with a
just by
closed fist on the
fucking
back
her
of his head.
and
He
her
fell
friends.
down and he threw up
He
because
really
I gave him a
helped me
concussion.
I don't know what
The
other way to
first
say
concussion
it.
she
He
gave
just,
me,
like,
I was
really helped
steering
me
the
out.
boat. I was steering it all
By fucking
jerky
me.
and stuff because I think it's funny to do. She got real mad and
And I'm
punched
very
me in the back of the
grateful to
head.
him.
I threw up and I caught a concussion.
I don't like that guy.
These two are working their
I
best
do not
to come
like
together.
that guy.
But
not for my daughter,
seems
not for
like
any
they're
of her
growing
friends. The secret
Yeah.
here is that
I don't know.
a cult
I've never met a
is
I can't have
forming
sex with.
around
And if
this
I
boy.
can't have sex with my daughter and
This
she's just
boy
gonna be
is
mean
not
to me
just
all the
an
time,
ordinary
I don't want a
boy,
relationship.
but the leader of a sex cult.
I've been begging my dad
I knew
to give me
that
the lease to the boat
there was
so that he could go and have sex with whoever he wants.
I knew there was
because I
something
think he's
wrong.
getting a little, crazy
And
cabin fever.
I wasn't
cabin
going
cabin
to-
fever. Cabin fever. I can't even
I wasn't
say it.
going to stop.
The boat legally now belongs to George Lucas and is now being incorporated into the Star Wars universe.
People are people, and sometimes you have to let them live. Wow. Such amazing stories we had here today.
Incredible stories. Chilling, terrifying, warm,
Warm, beautiful,
funny,
about,
happy,
holy.
holy, absolutely.
That's something we love here at A Woman's Smile is sharing the platform we have.
We share the platform we have so that those who are marginalized but often not have a voice.
And I think most of our speakers today were white.
They were all white.
And we're very happy to give them that time.
We're happy to give them that time because we haven't put in the personal effort to meet people of color.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate you. And if you are white, feel free to reach out.
And if you are white, feel free to give me big kiss.
Big kiss, give me white. And that kiss, you can guess, it makes us smile.
A woman's smile.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @ForeverDogTeam and liking our page on Facebook.